Your dog's eye color isn't just a feature. It's a genetic fingerprint, a living trace of the wolves your dog descended from, and it reveals more about their breed, their instincts, and even their health than you've ever imagined. Over 70% of dogs on Earth have brown eyes, but the other 30% carry rare genetic mutations that tell an incredible story about domestication, breeding, and survival. Some eye colors signal an ancient hunting bloodline. Others are tied to deafness or blindness. And one rare combination has been considered sacred by indigenous cultures for centuries. Today, we're going to break down what every single canine eye color really means, what it reveals about your dog's ancestry, and which colors might secretly be a warning sign you've been missing all along. Let's start with the most common: brown eyes. Brown eyes are the ultimate biological default in the canine world. They appear in nearly every breed, from the Labrador to the German Shepherd to the humble street mutt. That deep, rich color comes from melanin, the same pigment that colors your dog's coat and your own iris. Research from canine geneticists confirms that melanin doesn't just provide color, it functions as a built-in sunscreen for the eye, absorbing up to 90% of incoming light. For the wild ancestors of your dog, wolves hunting under brutal sun and across blinding snowfields, this wasn't cosmetic, it was survival. Melanin absorbs ultraviolet radiation before it can damage the cells inside the iris. Brown eyes also perform better in bright daylight because melanin absorbs glare instead of scattering it. This is why brown-eyed breeds tend to dominate among working dogs that spend long hours outdoors: hunting dogs, herding dogs, livestock guardians. In low light, brown eyes might flash gold or amber as the tapetum lucidum, that reflective mirror layer at the back of every dog's eye, catches scattered light and bounces it back through the retina. That's not a change in color. That's physics revealing the structure of a predator's eye, perfectly tuned for both day and night vigilance. A dog with brown eyes is a dog whose ancestors saw the same world the wolf saw: amber eyes. Amber eyes are the eyes of the hunter. Rich, golden, sometimes copper, they're rare across the canine population, but extremely common in specific working breeds: the Weimaraner, the Chesapeake Bay Retriever, the Pharaoh Hound, and, famously, almost every wolf in the wild. Amber eyes are produced by high levels of a yellow pigment called lipochrome, combined with reduced melanin. Unlike Hazel, which shifts under different light, amber stays solid and steady, glowing the same warm gold in shadow and sunlight alike. This stable coloration is exactly what you see in wolves, eagles, and owls, apex predators that rely on absolute visual focus. Researchers believe humans subconsciously read amber eyes in dogs as intense, alert, and commanding. Hunting dog breeders selected for this trait deliberately over centuries because it visually signaled drive and prey focus. From a genetic standpoint, amber eyes are tied to coat color dilution. Breeds with liver-pigmented coats, where the dominant black pigment gene is suppressed, frequently produce amber-eyed puppies. It's why your Weimaraner has those hauntingly pale gold eyes that seem to stare straight through you. It's not coincidence. It's the visible signature of a hunter's bloodline: hazel eyes. Hazel eyes are the chameleons of the dog world. Unlike any other canine eye color, hazel eyes genuinely shift appearance based on the light, the angle, and the surrounding color. One moment, they appear deep amber, the next, a soft greenish brown, then a warm honey. This isn't an illusion. It's intermediate melanin combined with traces of lipochrome interacting with light. Hazel eyes are most common in breeds with mixed ancestry, in mutts, and in puppies whose final eye color hasn't fully developed yet. Almost every puppy is born with blue eyes that gradually transition through hazel before settling into their adult color around 12 to 16 weeks of age. In adult dogs, Hazel signals a balanced melanin profile, offering moderate UV protection while still allowing rich light sensitivity. They are the do-it-all eyes of the dog world. Adaptable, versatile, perfectly suited for dogs whose ancestors lived across mixed environments rather than specializing in one extreme. Blue eyes. This is where the genetics get fascinating. In 2018, the canine genomics company Embark made a discovery that rewrote everything we thought we knew about blue eyes in dogs. They identified a specific mutation near the ALX4 gene on chromosome 18, the canine equivalent of the famous mutation that gave humans blue eyes around 10,000 years ago. Just like in humans, blue eyes in dogs aren't actually blue. There's no blue pigment anywhere in the iris. Instead, the eye contains almost no melanin, and when light enters, the shorter blue wavelengths scatter back out, while longer wavelengths pass through. It's the same physics that makes the sky appear blue. Blue eyes are the genetic signature of Siberian Huskies, where they appear in nearly 40% of the breed. But they also show up in Australian Shepherds, Border Collies, Dachshunds, and any breed carrying the Merle gene. Here's the twist. In Huskies, blue eyes appear regardless of coat color. The dog can be jet black or pure white and still carry ice-bright blue eyes. But in Merle pattern breeds, blue eyes are tied to coat color, and they often signal a hidden health risk. Double Merle dogs, those that inherit the Merle gene from both parents, frequently develop blindness, deafness, or both. So while blue eyes are stunning, they can sometimes be a warning sign about how a dog was bred. Beauty here can come with biological consequences. Green eyes. Green eyes in dogs are exceptionally rare, found in less than 1% of the entire global canine population. They require the same kind of genetic precision found in green-eyed humans. Just enough melanin to avoid blue, just enough lipochrome to avoid hazel, and a coat color dilution gene to thin the pigment to the exact right transparency. You'll see green eyes most often in dogs carrying the Merle gene, or in dilute-coated breeds like the American Pit Bull Terrier, the Pomeranian, or certain Border Collies. Like green eyes in humans, they shift dramatically in color depending on light. They appear mossy in shadow, brighter in sunlight, sometimes turning almost gold under direct sun. In folklore across multiple cultures, green-eyed dogs were considered touched by spirits, possessed of unusual instincts, or capable of sensing things humans could not. Modern science can't confirm the mystical part, but it can confirm this. Green eyes in dogs are a genetic accident, a precise alignment of multiple recessive traits that almost never line up at the same time. If your dog has them, you're looking at one of the rarest combinations in the entire canine genome. Heterochromia. Heterochromia is the condition where a dog has two completely different eye colors. Most commonly, one brown eye and one ice blue eye. It affects less than 1% of the global dog population, but appears with high frequency in specific breeds. Siberian Huskies, Australian Shepherds, Dalmatians, Catahoula leopard dogs, Great Danes. Heterochromia happens when melanin distributes unevenly across the two irises during fetal development. The result is a striking, mismatched gaze that has captivated humans for thousands of years. And many cultures treated these dogs as something almost mythical. The indigenous Blackfoot people of North America called them ghost-eyed dogs and believed they could see both heaven and earth at the same time, making them sacred guardians and spiritual protectors. Ancient Native American tribes considered them powerful messengers between worlds. There's also a less dramatic version called sectoral heterochromia, where a single iris contains two colors at once, half blue, half brown, or a small wedge of one color embedded inside another. This trait is purely cosmetic in most cases. It doesn't affect vision, doesn't signal disease, and doesn't impact your dog's health in any meaningful way. It's simply one of the most visually striking quirks the canine genome can produce. Marbled eyes. The rarest of all canine eye types are marbled or merle eyes, where a single iris contains splashes, swirls, or speckles of two or more colors at once. These are caused by the same merle gene that creates the dappled coat patterns seen in Australian shepherds, Catahoula leopard dogs, and certain border collies. The merle gene fragments melanin distribution unpredictably across the iris, creating a kaleidoscope effect unlike anything else in the animal kingdom. While visually mesmerizing, marbled eyes also serve as a genetic warning sign. They almost always indicate the dog carries at least one copy of the merle gene, which means they should never be bred to another merle dog. Doing so produces double merles, dogs at extreme risk for vision loss, hearing loss, and developmental abnormalities. Marbled eyes are beautiful, but they carry a responsibility. Your dog's eye color carries the story of their lineage, their breed, and the genetic decisions made by humans over thousands of years of domestication. From the melanin-rich brown eyes that descend directly from ancient wolves, to the ice blue mutation that swept through Arctic breeds, to the ghost-eyed sacred dogs of indigenous folklore, each color represents a chapter in canine evolution. So, the next time you look into your dog's eyes, remember this: you're not just seeing a color. You're seeing thousands of years of survival, adaptation, and the incredible genetic story that made your dog exactly who they are. Drop a comment below telling me your dog's eye color, and I'll see you in the next one.